Hi, and welcome to How Self Esteem Works. My name is Craig Ball, and I started this website to help people dealing with one of the biggest lies in all of self-improvement: self-esteem. Many self-improvement gurus will tell you how you build self-esteem, that you need more, and that you've just got to love yourself. That self-esteem is the key to success in life, and if only you can get more of it, it will change everything. Have you ever listened to this and thought, this sounds a bit suspect. The more I tell myself I think I'm awesome isn't going to change anything. Then this is the system for you. Often, however, these gurus won't even tell you what self-esteem is. Let me be honest with you. Self-esteem is a conditioned form of self-acceptance, meaning that you can't accept yourself unless you achieve something. Let that sink in for a minute. But first, why should you listen to me? Well, for the past 17 years or so, I've been teaching the perils of self-esteem and how to develop unconditional self-acceptance. I've spoken in many different forums and many different groups of people, both in Australia and overseas, and also coached thousands in how to accept themselves unconditionally and bring a reality-based perspective into their lives. But more than that, I've repeatedly placed myself, whether on purpose or by accident, in difficult environments to test the effectiveness of what I'm going to share with you. In 2006, not happy with where my life was taking me, working dead-end jobs just to get by and trying to start a speaking career, I joined the army and ended up completing 2 tours of Afghanistan. I'm in a high-risk category for PTSD and depression and have come out mostly unscathed, based in large part by the concepts that I'll share with you, if you let me. But you might be sitting there thinking, that's not me, I don't have those issues, which I have to say I'm glad about, as this system is effective with all walks of life and most conditions. However, I prefer to deal with everyday neurotics, not being a psychologist, so please, if you have serious issues, do consult a health professional. What I will share with you is particularly powerful for bringing more happiness into your life. Hence why I believe it is the ultimate self-improvement theory. Back when I was first starting out in self-improvement, I researched everything I could in the field, and for me this is the only thing that stuck. I looked at the greats, I looked at the big names in self-improvement and pop psychology. This seemed to be an underlying theme, what I'm sharing with you, and put it into context in such a way that I think you'll find effective too. I also have a degree in psychology and work as a consultant helping individuals and organisations dealing with change. I practice what I preach every day, but I have to be honest with you. What I'm sharing through this site, although it has been life-changing for me and the people I've had the privilege to work with, I didn't invent it. I wish I had. What I'm sharing with you was first introduced to the world in 1955 by Albert Ellis, who's the father of cognitive psychology. It's referred to as rational emotive behaviour therapy, and it's also a philosophy as well as a therapeutic way of doing business. It's a very simple system, but due to how profound it can be, it sometimes takes people a lot of effort to fully grasp it. So what I've done is found all the hacks, all the ways to make this system work for you and how to do it faster, and also come through working with difficult people sometimes. Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt bad for no reason at all? If you have, it's often because of self-esteem. Self-esteem holds that you need to achieve something in order to accept yourself, as I mentioned earlier. How unreasonable is that? Sometimes in life you can go days without achieving anything, sometimes weeks. Anything big, or worse still, your best efforts to achieve something fail through no fault of your own. How does that make you feel? Sometimes it can just be down to bad luck. But at least one thing is true: if you keep getting up and trying, you can't be a failure. Especially when you learn not to overgeneralise as many people do. Overgeneralising is one of the most common causes of self-esteem issues that you just won't learn about in too many other places. You do something that works, maybe even produces phenomenal success, and people tell you you did a great job. Then eventually you start to think, hey, maybe I'm that good, maybe even awesome. And what happens the next time you try to achieve the same thing? The same efforts sometimes don't achieve the same results, so you start to feel like you're slipping. We all know those people who think, I did something great, therefore I am great. Those egomaniacs amongst us. Those people overgeneralise to a grand degree. But we may all do it. Over time, it's a societal influence. We can easily learn to overgeneralise. We tend to do it more often and notice it more often when things don't work out. How often have you told yourself that you're a failure or felt like a failure when things don't go your way? The reality is you're the same person, if you're succeeding or failing. The whole point of achievement should really be to raise your level of happiness, because it's okay to be unhappy when things don't work out, but it's not okay to beat yourself up. I've been sharing this concept with audiences for over 17 years, as I mentioned, and have finally brought it online with one point in mind: to help more people. Okay, so where do you start? Well, if you enter your name and email on the right, you get to your free report answering 7 of the most commonly asked questions about this most debilitating concept. That will then give you exclusive access to howselfesteemworks.com, my blog that regularly updates with answers to questions that people are asking online about self-esteem in real time. You get notifications whenever there's a new post listed, and you'll get regular updates including exclusive discount offers on our products and live events. So take action now. What have you got to lose? My goal for you subscribing is to come on a journey. Let me to empower you to become pragmatic in improving your level of happiness. By teaching you how to do it and giving you the tools to be successful, getting rid of this limiting concept is the first step. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the other side.